who is the latest entry into the 2024 presidential race. Let's listen in.
And Arkansas has never had a better First Lady. Bentonville is a big part of my life story, but so is Gravette, where I grew up on a farm and learned the importance of family, faith, and community. I also learned hard work from my dad by cleaning out chicken houses and building fences. And my life story also includes Springdale, where I was inspired by teachers who pushed me to learn. And it was in Springdale that my political awareness began with the nation's divide over the Vietnam War and the struggle for civil rights. But let's come back to Bentonville. I was born in the old Bentonville Hospital. My first law office was across from the square from where we stand today. I tried jury trials in this courthouse behind us. I built Bentonville's first FM radio station. I served as Bentonville's city attorney, but most importantly, this is where Susan and I started our family and spent some of our happiest years living on 15 acres of rocks and hills west of town in a double-wide mobile home. It was here on these steps over 30 years ago that I announced my run for the United States Senate. At that time, Arkansas was a blue state, and the Republican Party was pretty much non-existent. I stepped up to take on runaway federal spending, to fight for a strong national defense, to support the life of unborn children, and to unleash the private sector of our economy. In other words, I ran as a conservative Republican when being a Republican was like having a career-ending handicap. In fact, lawyers told me that. I continued to fight the establishment, and over time, guess what? We won. That was the beginning, and since then, I've been a consistent conservative through my time as leader of the party in the United States Congress and as governor. And now I bring that same vigor to a fight in another battle, and that battle is for the future of our country and the soul of our party. Today, I am announcing that I am a candidate for President of the United States. In this campaign for president, I stand alone in terms of my experience, my record, and leadership. From Congress to the DEA to Homeland Security, I have served our country in times of crisis. As governor of Arkansas, we cut taxes and created record surpluses. We increased pay for teachers. We reduced regulations, we recruited industry, and the private sector grew by over 100,000 jobs. My mettle has been tested. It was tested when I put on a flak jacket and assisted the FBI hostage rescue team in negotiating the surrender of an armed terrorist group. My mettle was tested after the 9/11 attack, when I was responsible for protecting the United States from another act of terrorism on U.S. soil. And my mettle was tested once more as governor, when I demonstrated how we can lead through a pandemic without closing down every business and shutting down our schools. When I had pressure from Washington and the national media to shelter in place, I said no. And the result was that our businesses survived and prospered, and we had more days of in-classroom instruction in our schools during the pandemic than almost any other state. And yes, that's right, we beat Florida and Texas. This campaign is about courage. It is about making the tough decisions to rebuild our economy, to give peace a chance through America's strength, and to renew the American spirit of freedom, opportunity, and the rule of law. And we've got our work cut out for us. Let me offer some solutions today. First, we need to get our economy back on track.